Welcome to Maths with Thokoane.
Okay, so we are learning to add three-digit numbers or add numbers without regrouping. So the first thing in your book, it has the problem written over there and it has it unpacked here. However, this may be a little bit too advanced for students. So you're first going to start off with the concrete. The sum is 142 plus 315. Okay, you first break it up in your base 10 blocks. This is the 142, and then this is 315. So the students will be able to see this is 100. These are 4 tens, which make 40, 2 ones or units, which make the 2, plus 3 hundreds, a 10 and a 5, which make 15. And then you first get them to do this sum using the concrete only, no writing, nothing. So they first start with the ones. They add up all the ones, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the unit is a 7. Then they add the tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then they add the hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay. Then you get them to check. So how many units do we have? They can count it again. It's 7. How many tens do we have? They can count it again. It's 50. How many hundreds do we have? They can count it again. 1, 2, 3. It's 400. Okay, so the answer is 457. Okay. The next lesson, start off with the concrete again. And then get them to unpack the number using flat cards. So again, the first number is 142. The 100, the 40, and the 2. The second number is 315. 315 is a 10 and a 5, 315. Always make sure that the hundreds are underneath the hundreds, the tens are underneath the tens, and the ones are underneath the ones. Now they need to start adding using the ones. 5 plus 2, you can have this with you so that they can still use the concrete because there's an easier transition for them from concrete to this. 5 plus 2, there's the 5 units, and there's the 2 units and the 5 units, and they counted it, it was 7. So this plus this is 7. They look for it in the flat cards, there's the 7. Now they count the tens. The 40 plus the 10. 40 plus 10 is 50. They look for it in the flat cards, there's the 50. Always they can use this as a reference to count. Then there's the 100 plus the 300, which is 400. They must look for it in the flat cards, and they will find the 400 in the flat card. Okay. So as I'm looking for the 100, remember they must always start counting from the ones. Okay. 400. So now we counted the ones, we counted the tens, and we counted the hundreds. Now they can put the number together. 400. Wait a minute. 457. 457. And it's easier for them to put together and to unpack. 457. Okay, that is the answer. Now the next step going on to this is actually writing it out for them. So remember, you go from the concrete, then you go to the flat cards. And now you're actually going to write the sum out for them. A tip for this would be to actually write the numbers underneath each other the way that they've been practicing. So it will be 100 plus 40 plus 2. Like that. Underneath it is 300 plus 10 plus 5. As you can see, there's a transition from this to this, and now they're just writing it. Now again, They must start adding from the ones. They can rule off. 5 plus 2, they can count the counters. It is 7. 40 plus 10 is 50. 100 plus 300 is 400. And when they put this together, they can go back to the flood cards if they get confused. They can go back to the flood cards and you can show them. When you put it together, it was 457. And C.